What is up, bros and broettes? You know who it is, your one and only Maximus Pump, aka Pump Skywalker. And welcome to the part 2 of the Banff Trip. We are doing Lake Louise, the Lake Agnes Hike. So right after Moraine Lake, we took the shuttle bus to Lake Louise, and this is what it looks like after getting dropped off. I didn't know what we were doing here, which trail we were gonna do, so I just let my friends decide, and I just went with the flow. So here's a list of all the trails, and we all do the Lake Agnes hike, which is 3.9 kilometers, 4.9 meters, rating moderate, time 2.5 to 3 hours. If you're just hiking with no pictures or breaks, it'll probably take you about 2 to 3 hours. But if you're taking breaks, you're taking pictures, you're kind of just taking your time, it'll be 5 to 6 hours round trip. So for us, it was about 6 hours before we got back to the shuttle from the Lake Louise hike. And as you can see, the view is spectacular. And there is a hell of a lot of people here. We were here on September 1st, which is Labor Day in Canada, and everyone decided to hop in and enjoy Lake Louise. So it was a pretty bad time to go if you're looking to avoid crowds, because it was just super packed, as you can see from the video. And this is roughly around the afternoon when we got here. It's around 12 p.m., 12:30, maybe I'd say 12:30 at the latest. But yeah, that view is insanely gorgeous. So it was tough to get a picture because there were just so many people around, and it was just so loud, and there was just tons of people crowding around. This spot is the most notorious spot for getting pictures taken here. So I was lucky enough to get a little spot in, so you know what was going on after that. A quick pump check. Luckily enough, I got my pump check in and was able to get the view from behind, and it looked great.
Yeah, you were on it. I need to get thumbnail, bro.
But it was tough with a lot of people hanging around to just get a single picture for yourself in the photo. So you know it had to be done. My number one fan wanted a picture with me, and it turned out really nice. And then we just kind of hung around here, taking pictures, enjoying the scenery. And then after a while, we kind of just packed up and then started heading towards the trail.
You should try this one.
And it was a beautiful day, nice, calm, quiet, no wind. So it made hiking a lot easier, even though when the sun came out, it became pretty hot. But there's the view of Lake Louise from the other side. So we're approaching the trails, and they kind of just go off into 5 separate directions. But Lake Agnes is just up further.
You're prepared to run.
So this was pretty much the trail up. It just elevated straight up right away, and I was already getting gassed from walking up already. So I'm not going to be able to film the entirety of the hike because I was just so tired and focused on completing the hike. But I didn't know too much about the Lake Agnes hike, but I heard from other people that it was one of the most popular trails because there's a tea house on top of the trail at the end, and where they serve tea and desserts and biscuits and drinks. Well, tea obviously. So that's what made them want to do this hike. And this was the first time I've heard about the Lake Agnes hike, so I just went with it. And this is pretty much the same trail going up. It doesn't deviate too much. It does lead you into the center of the forest after a while. I didn't film that part because my camera died, and I was tired from just hiking up there, so I was focused on hiking most of the time. So the trees blocked a majority of the wind, if there was any, and then the sun came out, and then the elevation of the hike made it really hard to hike up because you're just sweating and then you're tired and it's hot. But I was able to get this nice view while taking a little break, and then my camera died after that, so I'm just using the footage from my iPhone. And this is Mirror Lake, which is about um, I'd say 20 minutes from the tea house. If you look, you can see where it is on top of there. And I'd say it is about a 20-25 minute hike from here. So Mirror Lake is kind of just like a little midway point towards that tea house. So we eventually made it to the tea house. Well, I did. I was the last one there because I was just so gassed from walking. But you get to climb all the stairs up, and it has like this nice little pathway and a nice little waterfall to the side here. And yeah, if you're not an experienced hiker, it will be quite the struggle to get up here, but it's well worth it. I do recommend it. This is pretty much the end of the trail. At the top, there's another a large beehive hike trail, and that's about another 30 to 45 minute hike up there. But this place was bumping. It was very crowded and very busy, but it just looks absolutely gorgeous. And here's actually the tea house where people are just waiting in line to get food and tea. And there's people that actually stay up here during the spring and summer to be able to open up this place and have other people come here and gather. And as you can see, it's a very popular place. And people have to actually carry things from the trail up to here for supplies. And I think sometimes people drop from the helicopter to bring supplies too. But this is, the outhouse where, you do your business. But yeah, that's the end of the hike. I did not complete the Beehive Trail. I was just too tired to go, but I let my friends do it while I rested. And this is the Beehive Trail for an extra 35 to 40 minute hike up. if you want a full view of Lake Louise from the top. So yeah, I do recommend this trail. It's nice, it's calm, spectacular. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.